thought-provoking ignorance, the best blend of hip-hop and R&B with special guests and Cave Crush interviews. Inside the Cave is now on Indie Central Radio. Inside the Cave.
Inside the Cave podcast. Outside Danny, word up D.
Hey, Charlemagne the God here, and I'm going inside the cave, right?
This is Dion Cole. I'm going inside the cave. Peace.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your favorite Swing Cousin Junior, man, and I'm going inside the cave. I'm going to be in there. Just tune in. I'm in here.
Man, it's just niche. I'm going inside the cave. Where the fuck is the cave? But we in that bitch all day, every day. Check out the podcast. They doing big things. We out.
Hey, this is World Riding Period. I'm going inside the cave. Yo, inside the cave. And I hope I come out.
Thought-provoking ignorance since 2015.
You did say you wanted to be in, right? Welcome back inside the cave. We got a new host today. Like I told y'all, when we hit 15,000 followers on Instagram, this will be called Inside the Cave featuring the Cleese Report. Finally here. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Inside the Cave now available on ND Central every Friday afternoon, 12 p.m., 3 p.m. Central, and the repeat after the Gossiping Heifers at 9 p.m. Listeners on ND Central should go to ND Central and download the app and check us out there every Friday afternoon. Mm-hmm. All new subscribers to Inside the Cave, please email us your where you're from and give us a feedback on Instagram, my bad, y'all, on iTunes, and you might get a free t-shirt at cavecrushshop.com, and you can send those communications to Inside the Cave podcast at gmail.com. Please follow Last Night in Vegas on Twitter, and guess what, y'all? There might be something special coming next week in Vegas. Stay tuned, guys. Let's start that first segment. Hot Def thinking.
It's the takeover.
Yes, sir. We went quick, man. We went quick. We got Sly up first up the bat. You know I always go to Sly when I'm hosting because that's my right-hand man. He came after me on the hosting show, and all the old regulars ain't shit when we on, so they take a back seat. So go ahead, Sly. Hot Def.
Let me get that shit from you, bro. Let me get that shit from you. Puff pass. You ever wondered how in the hell do the birds know which way is north and south if they already flying in the air?
you high as hell.
I mean, they already up. Ain't that north? I mean,
the little cat. Hold on, cat. Go. You might as well go on, hit it, and go on and pass it.
Here you go, cat. Take that.
Hey, why they call it tuna fish, but they don't call it egg chicken?
Cause if it was called egg chicken, wouldn't nobody buy that shit?
But they call it tuna fish. I'm just saying.
All right, I'm feeling that. Pass it. Come on, Joe.
Hey, I wonder if anybody actually think that Sly is really funny.
I want somebody
a hater.
I want somebody to acknowledge that since last week your beard done grew another inch. And
that's called taking care of it.
It's called weave.
It's called
Joe, you ain't got a weave, do you?
You got a beard extension. You get that shit shipped in FedEx freight. That shit.
Oh, you see that? That's all hell. Yeah.
He got a pallet.
I ain't got a bald spot or nothing.
You got a pallet of it. Not no more.
You got a big H on your forehead.
You got Well, wait till I see you in person and pull that shit off.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, CB. Hey, go ahead. We on High Def, and then I'm gonna go back to the intro because I went too fast. That's what she said.
Yeah, that was gonna be my high def. Is it me or did Roland just forget to introduce everybody on the show and just focus on himself?
Yep, so did.
This nigga didn't introduce nobody.
That's because you think you're doing a
you got one job, nigga. One job. To host
doing the Freeze report.
You fucking up my high. And I'm on my way to to the dirty den to get high. So don't fuck it up.
But yeah, bro, you gotta say hi to everybody.
All right, my bad. Back to the top. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. CB does everything last minute. So when you get stuff sprung on you, you kind of get taken aback. And I'm super nervous, so I apologize. Let's take it from the top.
Who gets nervous
on my right hand, as always, when I take over the show, my man, Tell the Truth, Sly,
Tell the Truth is in the building, in the basement. What's going on, everybody? How was y'all month of May?
Breezy. One more again. Right. As I always say, when I take over the show, guess who else is by my side to my left? Passing it to my left, pass. It be the cute, the sexy, the talented Miss Catherine.
Well, hello, everyone.
Hello, Cat. Hey, baby.
You got on, Sly.
All right, hush it up. I'm not done. All right. And bringing to the rear, pause, is my main man, the one, the only, Joe Jizzy Dirt.
What's good, everybody? We got good tantalizing dirt sheets today. I might need some money afterwards. Gotta bail somebody out.
Oh man, and calling from the Spaceship United on the road, never to be taken for granted, the Mr. CB.
Man, that's all right, man. That's all right. Remind me to edit all this shit. This is terrible intro. Oh, just say everybody's name. You ain't got to do all that. AKA alias. Shit was terrible.
All right, let's start from the top. Let me start from the
top. No, we ain't starting over again now, man.
CB sound like a disgruntled employee.
Let's move on. Tell everybody.
He sound like Sid.
Hey, Ro. Yeah, I see what Sid be talking about. Hey, Ro, tell everybody that's listening on Indie Central. We'll be right back with High Def Thinking.
All right. Say it again.
Oh, shit. Tell everybody that's listening on Indie Central. We'll be right back with High Def Thinking.
All right. All right, hush, boy. All right, everybody that's listening on Indie Central, wait for us to come back with High Def Thinking.
News, rumors, gossip, and reality with Kat on Inside the Cave.
Doing it big right now.
Not really, but sure. News, rumors, and gossip by Associated Press. Montgomery, Alabama. Hundreds of demonstrators marched into the Alabama Capitol on Sunday to protest the state's newly approved abortion ban, chanting, "My body, my choice," and vote them out. The demonstration came days after Governor Kay Ivey signed the most stringent abortion law in the nation, making performing an abortion a felony in nearly all cases unless necessary for a mother's health. The law provides no exception for rape and incest.
Well, since can't none of us make a baby except for have a baby except for Kat, you had a floor, Kat.
I mean, I really want to know what men think about a state telling a woman that she can't abort a baby. Like, how do you all feel about telling a woman what she can and can't do with her body, like with a baby?
So I know this is going to be a controversial conversation, so let's go ahead and the people with some sense, let us say talk first so we can get the bull crap out of the way. I'm going to say it like this. I personally believe that it is a very gray area. No matter what you believe, I can't see the state saying a defined no that it can't be done, especially considering these exceptions that they use as example. While I believe that they're few and far between, that I think it's definitely a case-by-case basis. And if you say no, then I think you leave it open to possible harming of the fetus, harming of the woman, harming of the baby after it's born. But then I put my foot in my mouth because we're having all that right now. They burning babies up in boiling water. So I don't know. I truly, honestly don't know. Go ahead, Sly.
How I feel about it is they need to mind their own motherfucking business. That's the very first thing. It's just another way for control. And I'm not even going to depth with the incest or the rape. If a husband and a wife get pregnant and they decide that they do not want the baby, that they're saying that they can't abort the baby. And I'm like, that's a problem. Even if they decide as a couple, as a married couple, that they don't want the child. According to the state, they want them to carry the baby to term and give the baby up for adoption. I'm not with that. Like you taking the rights away from the woman. Period. The woman, the family, the couple.
Good stuff. All right, Joe Dizzle, what you think, bro?
Before we move on, I just kind of want to bring everybody's attention. Alabama as a state, they are the second to last in education, which should tell you something about the people making the decisions. That they don't want to educate the people in their state. They don't want to, they're number 38 in infrastructure. They're number 46 in healthcare. I'm sorry, they're number 50 in education. So they are, it's interesting that a state that has so many other issues would choose to pick this as something that they needed to put their foot down on.
Good point.
What I said, what I wanted to say with this issue. Well, first of all, what happened to high def thinking? Sly, you said you wanted to do that segment, then what happened to it?
The new host of the show went into listeners' feedback. I'm just going along.
I don't have my computer, so I can't get that. All right. But my opinion on this Alabama stuff. Hey, Kat, let me tell you a story. When my wife was pregnant with our first daughter, she said that this is the reason why I kind of agree with that men shouldn't be making these decisions. She said it was like she was a month pregnant. I don't even know if that's right, but 5 or 6 weeks. She said, I'm spotting. I don't even know what that means. She said, I hope I didn't miscarriage. So we go to the ER and I see the heartbeat for the first time. Like, damn, okay, this is what it is. Then the doctors and the nurses start talking about stuff, and I have no idea what they're talking about. So that's the reason why I say, and I know it's a lot of men just like me that don't know what's going on, the whole process with the women are pregnant. That's why I think just men shouldn't even be making those kind of decisions, because we wouldn't want no woman telling us about shit that we know about. You know what I mean? Until you experienced it and been there, that's one thing us men need to just stay out of. And the reason I do got some feedback about that, Kat, I wanted to ask you about, but I gotta find it because I don't have it on this.
We'll let Joe go. He didn't go yet. Go ahead, Joe.
I just feel like, you shouldn't take the choice away from somebody. You know what I mean? Even though I think like it'll make people think more when they're having sex or thinking about having sex, still condoms break, whatever, you know what I mean? You still should have the choice whether you want to have a child or not. Because if you're going to make somebody have a baby, that's how people kill their kids.
Well, the logic...
Or they have back alley abortions.
Right.
And screw themselves up.
Right. Well, they're saying that if abortion, they're looking at it in the reverse, that if abortions were illegal, then we would learn how to respect the fetus. Because right now we're looking at the fetus itself is not being a baby. So it makes us have a disconnect.
You can have a heartbeat in a petri dish. That doesn't mean it's life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can make a heartbeat if you put a potato and some wires and a Duracell battery. It can be a heartbeat. That doesn't necessarily constitute an individual. And I think, that blurred line of church and state, and that blurred line of how we wish it was, and our morals versus rules that people should be able to follow. I think politicians blur those lines off.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't be. What's funny about that's a powerful statement, Kat. You can't be moral on this and be immoral on something else. Like, for us to try to make this a moral issue, or because I totally agree, my personal preference is to not have them. You know what I mean? But as a state that has all these different, you got atheists, you got Muslims, you have, Catholics, you have all these different religions, all these different belief systems, all these different moralities. And you're saying that if abortions is part of healthcare, then it should be available. That should be an option. So what's funny is they want to try to force children, but you can't allow an old person to make the decision to die. So it's illegal to allow me to kill myself, but you want to force people to have children. So it makes no sense. So where's all these children going? If you have a person who doesn't have the ability, say for instance, someone who has mental challenges, right? I know y'all seen the handful of cases where you had these people who were in these mental health facilities, and you had these men who had sex with them, and
with the incapacitated,
right? And keep in mind, it wasn't rape. They agreed to it, but they're slow, right? Or there's even cases where the mother has sanctioned the dude, like paid him to have sex with the woman so she can have a grandchild. You know what I mean? So you're having these babies born to these situations where they gonna be ward of the state anyway. So those figures that Kat brought up about lasting education, 30-second in this and that, you know what I mean? So what are we proving here? Like, you can't have one without the other. You have to fix the whole system. If you want to have abortions be illegal, then these born babies, what's the end game when they come? Who's helping them parents take care of them babies? CB, you said you had some feedback?
Yeah, but I don't have it on this. I'll get to it next time.
Go back to high def thinking.
All right. Those for listening on ND Central, stay tuned for high def thinking.
Wait a minute. I thought we was in news and feet. I thought we was doing the news.
We ain't do high def thinking.
Yeah, but let's finish the news first. We can do the high def later.
That's because he high.
Hey man, you either gonna be an employee or the boss. Pick one.
Yeah. That's too much work, man. That's too much work. Let's just finish the news, man.
All right, go ahead, Sly. Next one.
Oh, shit.
You lost it.
Oh no, I got it. R. Kelly's daughter says her college days got cut short because he stopped paying tuition. But he claims he thought there was no bills to pay because she wasn't enrolled. Sources close to the situation tell TMZ Joanne Lee, aka Buku Abby, was attending a California art school until last fall when she tried signing up for classes for the next semester but got denied because of an unpaid bill. Kelly's on the hook for Joanne's tuition and education expenses until she turns 23 per his child support order.
She better go to junior college because that nigga broke.
Well, let me first by saying
I support Joe's statement.
What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Wait a minute. So was she in school? Was she not in school because he didn't pay the bill, or did he not pay the bill because she wasn't in school?
It sounds like she has some unpaid tuition bills from the previous semester. That's what it sounded like, and they wouldn't let her register for the next semester.
So he full of shit then.
Or she dropped out and didn't tell him.
I'm confused. And why are we reporting on the story anyway? That's his business. What you think, CB?
I actually reported the wrong story on that. I saw that R. Kelly was
fucking intern.
No, that he was he was in trouble, and that he had a big warrant for the feds or something like that. That he's being, and it made me think of Cat. So that's the reason why. Cat, how's that situation working out? Or are we supposed to be talking about that?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay. All right. Remind me to edit that. Or remind Roland to edit that.
I'm coming over to Cat House to eat for Memorial Day.
All right, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry is receiving all the praise at the moment, not only for her latest role in the new John Wick movie, but for refusing to skip 2 interviews with a pair of black journalists on the red carpet. Emerald Marie, a reporter from Where Is the Buzz TV, was one of just 2 black journalists who were sent to the premiere of John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum. Emerald recalled being excited to interview the Oscar winner, but was quickly cut off by the actress publicist instead of walking away. Instead of walking away, however, Halle Berry made the decision to turn around and speak with Emerald and other black male journalist Lamar Dawson. I didn't know this happened.
It must be a slow news week.
No, actually, that was a good story. I thought you would have liked that, bro, because as the reporters reported it, her PR firm is white, and they said as soon as they got to the end, they were like, all right, cool, we get the interview, and the PR firm was like, no, she got to go, and Holly took like 3 steps forward and was like, hold on, I can't diss my sisters and my brothers like that. And they kept going back and forth like, no, we got to go. She said, well, they're going to have to wait. And she gave them the interview. Seeing that, I remember being in a position like that. And so I just thought that was real dope how she, first of all, maybe she should get a black PR firm in the first place, but the fact
how many of those are there though?
Yeah, I know it's a good question, but well, I mean, there's some in Chicago, but I don't recommend any of them. Remind me to edit that. But
don't yeah.
But I just thought that was dope how she had to tell them, look, I did all these because the PR, not the PR, but the two blog sites or whatever got the interview was like whenever you go to an event, a Hollywood event, they always push the black blogs and the black sites to the end. Said no matter what, I don't know was it baller alert or what, but they said they always get pushed to the end, and sometimes they don't get the interview. But Holly took the stance, was like, nah, everybody else was going to have to wait. If I done gave everybody else an interview, I got to give my brothers and that was her exact quote. I got to give my brother and my sister an interview.
Well, I either slow ass bouncing ball reading or my dyslexic ass understanding. I didn't get that from the story, so I appreciate you clarifying that. That is pretty dope. That's what's up.
Yeah. I probably didn't put the whole story in there, so I'll give Sly a pass on that.
Okay. Well, I was even blaming myself because I ain't too sharp today. So I was like, maybe I'm not getting it. I didn't see none of that.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Joe?
Halle Berry fine as hell.
Can she do any wrong? Is there such thing as Halle Berry doing anything wrong?
Look, let's pretend for a second that it was the opposite.
Hell yeah, when she driving a car, hell yeah, she doing something wrong.
Look, let's pretend for a second that she did the opposite so I can roast her ass.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Can I remind y'all, it was a point nobody liked her because she was sleeping with Billy Bob Thornton in the movie Monsters Ball.
Yeah, there was women that ain't like that. Men always liked Halle Berry.
Always like Halle Berry.
Right. I ain't give a
For the longest, people, I won't say men, but people were feeling some kind of way about her.
Women.
Shit, as soon as I seen Swordfish, I liked Halle Berry.
Well, you know what though? I don't think it was that they didn't like her. I think they recognized. I think that was one of the main points when modern day people recognized how crooked and wicked Hollywood really was. because they made her do that, and that's the one. Ain't that the one she got the award for?
Yeah.
Swordfish.
And then Denzel turned right around the next year and got for
Monsters Ball.
That was her in Monsters Ball.
Right. Yeah, Monsters Ball.
Training day. Training day.
I got a Halle Berry story. You guys want to hear a Halle Berry story?
If it's with her taking her clothes off, yes.
I believe this Halle Berry took her clothes off. I didn't see it though. So check this out. In 1999, my boy D, International D on the show, he was like, CB, I got a new girlfriend, bro. You gotta see her. I was like, what? When I'm gonna meet her? We're gonna meet her tonight, man. She coming through. We all gonna go. Me, you, Sid, his girl, your girl, my girl. We gonna go to the movie dish. Hey, I said, how she look, bro? Look like Halle Berry. You know who that girl was?
Who?
Cat. That's my Halle Berry story.
What the fuck you talking about, CB?
That's a true story.
Oh, shit. Hey, Kat, did you have a short hairstyle?
You had a short haircut?
She did have a short haircut. Yes, you did. You had a shorter haircut than you have now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I did.
CB remembers everything, Kat.
See, you need one of my wife's blowouts. That's what you need.
Hey, only thing different between Kat and Halle Berry at that time, Kat breast was bigger. But I wasn't looking. I'm just telling you, Kat breast was bigger than Halle Berry. I wasn't looking though. I was just saying. I told D, I was like, man, you're right. She do look like a big titty Halle Berry. That was just man cave talk.
Well, since we doing man cave talk, somebody said you was fine as hell back in the day. Not to say you ain't fine now, but somebody said you was a dime piece.
She a dime piece?
As they should have.
Goddamn right.
Sly, shut your thirsty ass up.
Next
story.
I'm drinking all that bath water.
I heard it's good too, Sly.
Go.
Read the next story, man.
Magic Johnson said he abruptly left the Los Angeles Lakers last month in part because he felt betrayed by general manager Rob Pelinka. In an appearance on ESPN's First Take on Monday, Johnson said he heard from both employees within the Lakers and business partners outside of the organization that Pelinka was bad-mouthing Johnson, insinuating that he wasn't working hard enough. And that irked Johnson, the former president of basketball operations, and helped lead to his sudden exit. Let me talk in my Magic Johnson voice. I started hearing, Magic, you're not working hard enough. Magic, you're in the office. He said, people around the Lakers, office was talking about me, Rob. They were saying Rob Pelinka, and I didn't like those things being said behind my back. Pelinka said at the news conference later that day that he has spoken with Johnson multiple times since the Hall of Fame point guard departure and denied bad-mouthing him behind his back. Magic Johnson said, it's saddening and disheartening to think that he believes that these are misconceptions, he said.
Magic gotta throw a ball at your damn head.
I wait till me and MJ get together.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
I got a conspiracy theory, bro.
In the history of talking behind niggas' backs, has anybody ever copped to the I said that shit? Like everybody says, no, man, I ain't said that. Like, what was he supposed to say?
Right.
Hey,
what he said?
I got a conspiracy theory. I'm gonna break this whole thing down. Hey, what's my story that I always tell you about what happened to me when I first started at GM? And what happened?
Oh, he said, I don't want to say the words, but he said.
Oh, you can't cuss no more. That's right.
Yeah.
My boy Big Rat. Let me tell the story. My boy Big Rat tried to leave the dirty department that I was working at.
We gonna bring him back here. We'll fuck him.
Yeah, he said, let me get out. They said, hey, bring Tony Ratcliffe back to 4130.
Tony Ratcliffe.
He said, oh, no, fuck Tony. He said, no. Bring him back to 4130 and then we'll fuck him. So I want to tell you guys, Roland's always good at giving timelines. Let me give you guys a timeline. I don't know the exact date, but the first thing that happened was Jeannie Buss tweeted out that her and Phil Jackson are no longer a couple.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Okay. Why did she feel the need to do that?
Because they felt as though that they're working relationship. You talking about way back then?
Nah, bullshit. They're still a couple. They never broke up. All right. They never broke up. But Phil Jackson was the president of the New York Knicks at the time.
Right.
And LeBron don't like Phil Jackson because Phil said that we talked about this on Inside the Cave, that he has a posse. He felt disrespected.
Yeah.
So the first thing that had to happen was Jeannie say, I am no longer with Phil Jackson. But they were never a public couple to begin with. So why did she feel the need to say that? That was the first thing that happened. The next thing that happened, she hired Magic Johnson. Magic and LeBron were already close. So Magic brought in LeBron. He was only going to come there for LeBron. But Jeannie brought in Rob Pelinka. Who is Rob Pelinka's agent? Who is Rob Pelinka the agent to?
Kobe
Bryant. Okay. Regardless of them being on Nike together, Kobe never liked LeBron. LeBron looked up to Kobe. Kobe never liked LeBron because Kobe was going to be the next Jordan, but LeBron came in. I'm a big Kobe fan, but Kobe was going to be the next Jordan. LeBron came in.
LeBron came 2-3 years too soon.
Yes, came in and took all the steam away from Kobe.
Yes.
So the reason why there's so much shit now, Kobe and Jeannie are real close. Rob Pelinka is brought in to make sure that the Lakers never succeed while LeBron is in town. Soon as LeBron got there, all the Kobe fans come out of woodwork. We don't like LeBron. The fame in his murals all over LA. This is all done by the Mamba, man. The Mamba is like, cool. I couldn't. First of all, you're never gonna get 5 rings. You never, especially now that you're in LA, you're never gonna get 5 rings. And the whole time you're here, I'm gonna laugh and smile in your face, but I'm gonna fuck you from behind.
See, you was making a lot of sense at the beginning till you got to the Kobe and that part. I thought you was gonna put Phil Jackson in there like he gonna come in and be the president or something.
No. Phil Jackson, they never broke up. Phil Jackson's already giving his opinions to her right now.
Yeah, I know he is.
See? It's all.
But the Kobe shit that you just brought, that don't make sense. Why would they bring Bron there and just
why would
fuck up that? Why would Jeannie Buss hire Rob Pelinka to fuck LA?
No. She don't know. She don't know what's going on. She's a woman. She don't really know what's going on. She just knows the business. No, she only knows the business part. You listen to anybody. All she's good is the business part. She has no idea what she's doing with basketball. On the basketball side, that was supposed to be all Magic. Every time Magic was getting ready to make a decision, Rob Pelinka was talking behind his back, trying to sabotage him. Why would you try to sabotage
him? Can I ask you this? As a Laker fan, let me ask you this question. And no disrespect to the black community and all the business ventures that Magic has done. But why are we still holding on to this myth that Magic somehow is a fixer? He's a figurehead.
But he did bring LeBron in. And so his job was to strictly bring in free agents.
But you know what that's called? That's called relationship.
Yeah, well, that's what presidents do. How you think Trump is getting stuff done? He has relationships. That's what I'm saying. That's how
the presidency works. I mean, you know that.
No, that's how. Wait, hold on. That's how Obama got the one thing he needed to get through Congress. He had Joe Biden, who had relationships with. He didn't have no relationship. He was only a 2-year guy.
But what I'm saying is that his intelligence level was higher than a damn.
Yes, but it's also about relationships and connections. That's how you get everything. Everything's get done on a golf course. That's what they do.
Because to be quiet as it's kept, Magic never worked hard. He don't do nothing. He was a terrible coach. Are you old enough to remember when he coached?
Come on, man.
Dude, you in your 30s. I don't remember how long ago ago that was. You might have been a little kid. I don't know.
1994, man. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is wasn't he horrible?
Yeah.
Wasn't he
He
horrible?
didn't even want that job, though. The owner made it.
It's not the point. He's always, I don't know, other than owning businesses, what has Magic really shown us in concept of how intelligent he is?
Bro, this is what I think. I think that Magic, the part of the CB story in the beginning, Magic, they brought Magic to lure LeBron in, right? He got
right,
LeBron.
I agree with that.
Right. At that point, they knew that LeBron would take over and LeBron would go on to lure other people to LA, like he's always done in Miami or in Cleveland to get people to play with him, right?
But I think that's a lie.
At the same time,
I believe. But that's a lie.
I mean, it's true that he's talked to other free agents to try to get them to come to the team, right? Or whatever team he's playing on. So the other thing was that Magic wanted to get rid of Luke Walton, and they wouldn't let that happen. Jeannie Buss nor Rob Pelinka wouldn't let that happen, and he wanted to hire Tyronn Lue, and they never let that shit happen, ever.
So that's lending.
Why wouldn't you let the president do his job? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't you let the president do his? When you're the president over a basketball operation, you're supposed to be able to do whatever you want to do. But why wouldn't they let him do it?
Because they wasn't trying to. We agreed with the conspiracy.
And then they fire him soon as Magic leaves. So come on, it was all sabotage, man. To Kobe is sabotaging LeBron, man.
Yeah, but now what happened?
Nothing gonna happen.
Yes, this was gonna happen.
Make his films, and that's it.
LeBron gonna leave the Lakers and go to the Clippers.
Boy, you really had that thing.
Man, LeBron gonna buy his own self out. Like, fuck y'all, I'm going to the Clippers. We're gonna go right over to the
at the Clippers game and put on the jersey and start playing.
Or take this conspiracy theory. He going to the Golden State Warriors, which would be the San Francisco.
Now let's move on, bro. He talking crazy.
Why not fuck the team that's sabotaging him? Why not fuck him?
How he gonna go to Golden State, man? How can he go there?
He's a fucking billionaire.
Contract with the Lakers.
Where's Sad at?
So how many more years? How many more years he got on that contract?
You about to get
3 more years, man. Go ahead, bro. Move on.
You mute that.
He can be hurt.
Every time we talk sports, this man do that. Remember the man gonna mention Bruce Bowen for one of the 75 greatest NBA players. Oh, you ain't hear that? We had Boo on.
Y'all better bring up some defense, man. Bruce Bowen was shutting Kobe ass down.
What the 75 greatest players though?
Hold on, time out. You hear what he said though, Joe? He said shutting Kobe down. Kobe dropped 27.
But Kobe had to shoot 69 times. He had to shoot 69 times to get 27 points.
I like this boy because he played for the Spurs, but he ain't no damn top 75 player.
All right, man. Listen. Those listening on ND Central, stay tuned for Cat's Corner.
Do you ever ask yourself, when are they gonna stop making us dance? Do you ever ask yourself, when those bad boys are gonna stop making all that money?
Got a problem? Need some advice? Send your questions and problems to Cat for Cat's Corner on Inside the Cave.
Less than highly favored. Does this man have plans for me, or is he setting me up? I'm in a new relationship with an older man. He is 59 and I am 37. I grew tired of dealing with me and my age, and a girlfriend introduced me to someone at her store. On our first date, I told him that I want to get back into the church, mostly for my sons to be in a positive environment. He quickly invited me to his church home, and I felt real comfortable there and enjoyed service. After the service is where things got shaky. He introduced me to his pastor as his fiance, which I am not. Then he took me to meet his church secretary, who was related to him, and told her that I have a beautiful professional voice and that I need to start doing announcements. He also signed me up for a couples program and retreats and is moving very fast. He didn't talk to me about this. He just signed me up. I'm a little uncomfortable because I'm not his fiance and he hasn't met my other child yet because we just met. How do I tell him to slow down without offending him because I really like him, but don't want to move fast or at least this fast? Kat, what you got for blessed and highly favored?
Well, blessed and highly favored. You know, one thing that kind of bothered me about Miss Blessed and highly favored is she talked to God like, oh Lord, be with me. I need a husband. I got these kids. Jesus, Lord. Obviously your friends knew you had a desire to get in a serious relationship. You came at this man. You telling him, oh, I love the Lord. I'm blessed and highly favored. So why on earth would you pretend like God is the head of your life? And when he give you exactly what you asked for, you like, nah, this moving too fast. I knew somebody who wanted to come. They were coming at me like, man, I need to make some money. And so a friend of mine was like, well, hey, watch my dog. And all of a sudden, this motherfucker got 800 questions. And it's like, wait a minute. Somebody just offered you a job to make some money. You praying, Lord, I need some money. But when the money came to you, you had stipulations on the blessing. So blessed and highly favored. If you prayed for it, if you told a friend, she introduces you to someone, and he's giving you exactly what you asked for, I want you to rethink what you're praying for. You want to move slower with somebody, that should be included in your prayer. Because he moving fast, because obviously you gave the vibe that you was ready to move fast. You went to church with this man. Y'all done already went to church, so you, him, and the Lord are together. This date number one. What would you? What were you? I don't understand what you.
Oh damn!
You could have said no. Hey, let's just meet for a cup of coffee. Let's meet for a tea. Let's get to know each other. Let me introduce you to your children. Then you could have said, well, let's go to church together. In that coffee, in that tea, you would have realized he's a fast mover, and you could have stepped back. So number one, stop playing with the Lord. You ask for it, you get it. Number two, I mean, y'all can go. But at the end of the day, Miss Blessed and highly favored got to understand that everybody ain't going to, it's not his fault. He ready to go.
Man, Kat, that nigga. First of all, the reason why he's speeding up the process because he's 59 dating what's she 30 something? 37. So
it's not like she ain't know how old he was before the church.
He ain't got that. See, old folks ain't got that much time left. So
hello,
they got no choice but to speed things up. But
we're in agreement then. So we know that this is an older
on the
who's
first
looking
date,
for a relationship.
If you invite me to church, that don't mean that I want to. Some people just want to join church and be a member. Not everybody want to participate. How the hell he gonna bring her up and say she gonna do announcements? Come on, man.
How you gonna tell them the rules at they church?
No, but she's not even a member.
How you gonna tell them how to treat them at their church? And not
my church, how am I just gonna start signing you up?
See, the trick to a CB is it's an invite. You have the option to say, you know what, I'm not ready to really go to your church yet.
Just because you come to church don't mean that I'm supposed to be a minister. Like that's like you invite me to your church and say, yeah, he can preach. He gonna preach next
But that doesn't mean that he wasn't gonna be a creep if they were at Old Country Buffet.
Okay, so answer the question. How does
the question is you need to step back. You need to definitely step back. Say, no, I'm not ready for all this, and don't play around with it. Do it expeditiously. Don't tease them. Don't lead them on. Tell him, you know what, this is moving too fast, and then regroup, blessed and highly favored. And when you pray next time, be specific in your prayer.
I think she should tell him straight up, like, I want a man that's in the church. I just don't want to be in the church all the time with my man. And I just need somebody to pray over the food with me sometimes.
That is so foolish to give a stranger a list of demands. That man is who he is. He crazy.
Yeah,
you can't demand
I think she wants a man that's in the church, like he goes to church and then
it ain't him
on Sunday.
He's not the one.
And you know what's typical. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad, but this is with all due respect. With all due respect, man, this is the problem with black women, right? Church black women. Church black women. So what happened is that she wanted to be in control. She wanted a man, but she still wanted to run things.
Yeah.
So while this man may have been out of pocket by doing something unconventional, she decided to go on a date with someone who was 20 plus years her senior.
22. Deuce.
Yeah, 22 years older than her. What did you think the man was going to do? Older niggas, that's what they do. They make decisions.
Okay, Ro. Why he say this my fiance? Why he introduce her to the pastor?
Okay, so he lied a little bit. Maybe he had the cover. Maybe he had position in the church.
You're not finna do in front of a pastor and be like, this a bitch I'm on a first date with.
Thank you.
Why the pastor fucking had the church in the first place?
The fucking, you know you in church, and if you standing in front of Reverend such and such, and this been your pastor since your grandmama went here, you ain't finna be like, this my boo. You gonna say, pastor, this is my.
Cause when you if he telling the pastor this is my fiance, he's saying this is my territory, this is my bitch. You better not come at her and Bible study. That's what he's saying. That's
exactly.
And the other thing is that the pastor gonna run tell some of the other mother hens of the church that such and such got a fiance, and it's gonna get back to his old fiance or girlfriend or somebody that's walking through the church.
Right, because let's get it right. He's an older gentleman. She's probably a very attractive woman. Of course, he wants them mother so and so to think he got a bae going on. Of course, he wants them.
Oh, Joe got something. Let's see what Joe got.
First of all, in the message, it said that she was 37. She got tired of messing with guys her own age. So that means that you was looking for the wrong things in these guys. That's why you couldn't find somebody your own age. So you went 22 years ahead because you wanted to find you a sugar daddy. You wanted to find somebody that was going to take care of you, but you didn't want to jump all the way in because all the guys is 37 probably ain't paying and doing all that stuff that you want them to do. So that's the problem. Now, if you don't want that, then go sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, let me
go back to the dude that's sitting on your couch eating up all the damn cereal.
Can't have it. Can't have it both ways.
Well, here's the hit though. Let's with everybody's point of view, which I like Cats the best. Let's go back to the first sentence in the letter. Does this man have plans for me, or is he setting me up? Setting you up for the plans. That's what he's doing. You definitely getting set up for some plans.
They going on couples retreats together. They do some things.
You set yourself up, Blessed and Halle, and that's what bothers me. The Lord is gonna make a way. Oh, the Lord this. Oh, Jesus gonna be with me. But when he answer a prayer, all of a sudden, now this is not what I wanted. I don't understand what you're asking because again, you have another letter of somebody who like, my situation is real great. Why is it great? Maybe you're just not in a good position right now. So rethink. I think you should take a step all the way back.
Look at here, Blessed and Highly Favored. When your other son walks into the kitchen and sees this 59-year-old man butt naked cooking breakfast and say, "Hey, little nigga, you want some eggs?" That's what you ask for.
Hey, I'm tell you what dude thinking. Dude thinking, look, I'm 59, she's 37. She probably think of me as a sugar daddy. So if you gonna think of me as a sugar daddy, we finna run this all the way through.
That's right. I'm gonna be sugar and daddy.
Exactly.
But real talk though, I mean,
your ass gonna do these announcements like she told you to. You gonna do these.
Well, see, they always want Boaz, but they don't want to be Ruth.
Come on now that is true. We'll end it with that. Hey, everybody want, so nobody want Ruth.
Hey, Cat. And there's somebody in the cave right now. Go to church every week. Don't know what we talking about.
It's all right. He'll get it on the way home. He'll get it on the way home.
I heard a roof. And tell you another thing. Old boy could be thinking this too. You know, the pastor will go around and say, "Hey, this is such and such fiance."
That's what I'm saying.
To get back at the other chick at the church that you trying
that's what I'm telling. That's what I'm saying, Joe. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no way you coming out and then you gonna go to the church secretary and say, hey, this my fiance. She got a beautiful voice.
You know she gonna run it down. They're the biggest gossipers in the world, boy.
You know what I'm
Church
saying?
secretary, absolutely.
No, the church people, period.
He said church people, period.
And the announcement lady got to stand up in front of the church every Sunday to make the announcements in a new dress and a new hat, new shoes.
Who is that new announcing lady? Oh, that's such and such fiance. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm gonna pray for her, John. I'm gonna pray for her.
All right, Cat, you got the last word.
I guess my last word is just be careful what you ask for, because if you ain't ready when you get it, it's like you didn't need it at all.
Next up, let's hear from Rod.
Rod. I just found out that both of my kids go to the same school. I'm here for an 8th grade program for my children with my wife, and I now see that my children from another relationship attend the same school and could potentially be there. I promised my daughter that I would definitely not miss this, but now I'm going to have to back out because I haven't blended these families yet. They know nothing about each other. My boy suggested that I get in a car accident and go to the ER for both families to show up there too. I'm not ready to tell my wife and kids about each other yet. So what do I do? What do the lonely do?
You kill yourself and start over, mother.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
That boy gonna have a potential car accident and go to the emergency room just to avoid.
He ready to kill himself. He ready to kill himself and start over. I ain't no man, y'all. I ain't no man, but ain't that a little coward?
No. What I'm getting from it is that one of them wives or ex-wives or baby mothers, somebody's gonna really kill him when they find out. He's not trying to. He would rather get in a car accident than tell whichever one of these families it is. One of these women are going to kill him. Damn. Either his wife or the other one. Somebody's definitely.
Cat, what would you do if you was in that situation? I'm trying to figure out.
I would be very hurt. Like, I mean, I can't imagine their position, but I do, kind of want to give guys a little bug in y'all ear, and that is, y'all are the king. Even when y'all fuck up, y'all find a way. If you king, if you identify the God in you, you find a way to make it work, even when you do wrong. Kings are accountable. And so I feel sad that he's let it go this far. And like this kind of circles back to that whole abortion debate, because it's like he took the choice. These women have these children now, and it's like these individuals, their lives are about to be changed once this secret comes out. Like once this man is willing to kill himself instead of admit to both families that they exist, and like he's at risk of like his children becoming friends. Like, can you imagine if these kids know each other?
What if his kids start dating?
That's what I'm saying, and it's like that's so irresponsible and cowardly to me. It's like after a certain time, I hate to use the term man up, but I kind of feel like it's needed in this sense because you've made a mess. You have to clean it up. Like, imagine how his children are gonna feel. Like, it's funny, but it's not funny because it's like, damn, like to me, like I'm just like you're a coward. Like, you let your life get so out of control like this. Like, I don't know what y'all think, because I can't even imagine. What would you do in this situation?
I'm a firm believer of tackling shit head on. Nip it in the bud before that shit creates whatever type of problem. I think, in my opinion, this should have been taken care of a long time ago. If they in 8th grade, what's that, 12, 13, somewhere in between 12 and 13, 11 and 13 age. Like that shit should have been taken care of, 13 years ago. Goddamn, that's what I think. 11.
It sure as hell shouldn't have lasted 13 years.
That's what I'm saying. What was he holding out for? Till the kids was 18, 21 or something? Say, oh yeah, I had another family.
Well, here's the thing, Sly.
What's up?
What's not being said is was he in the other relationships' children's lives? Because I think that speaks volumes to what
I tell you what, bro. I tell you what you missed, what you just skipped over was how is it that they in the same fucking school district?
Right. That means he was extra sloppy.
Right. Right. So here's the hit. So to me, my judgment isn't on that he didn't tell. My thing is how the hell I want to know, please write in again. How'd you survive with children in the same school district without taking care of one of them children or taking care of both families without getting caught? Teach me that.
He was fucking. He just fucking them. He just fucking them.
No. Either she just moved to the neighborhood or he was either not in the child's life or he was juggling both families.
Because he doesn't know. He didn't know they went to the same school.
They went to the same school, right?
Right. So I'm just saying, which is it? What did you do? Because my thing is that once you hear, I can see how it's easy to say, and I've said this before. It's easy to say, yo, man, real OGs just tell both them women, look, I want to be with both y'all. But man, listen, in practice, pretty much everybody just lies. You lie until you can't get away with it no more, man. You ain't nobody really stepping up to that OG moniker, popping their collar like when they leave the house. Where you going? I'm going out to do what men do, bitch. Like nobody's saying that. Nobody's really saying that. So what happens is that I can see how it
back in the day it used to be like that though.
Right. No, because to be honest with you, that back in the 40s and the 50s, it was something that was not said.
I'm talking about in the 80s. I lived it. Saw my uncle.
My grandfather had two families.
Yeah.
I told y'all that. I said my last name is made up. I'm dead serious. I'm about to start researching my family tree. I gotta go through my grandmother. My grandmother's maiden name. My last name is a fiction.
Hey, Ro.
Yeah.
I'm on. CB would say this. This guy sounds like a pretty nice guy. And I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this, that it just might be one of the women, not his wife, of course, but it might be the other woman that's being a little vindictive for sneaking, and she probably knew he was married, moved on with his life, and she found out, moved to the area, put the kids in the same school. Man, no, this is my fucking story. I could tell this shit. You know what I'm saying?
But you know you dead ass wrong. You know, we ain't got time for fiction like that. At the end of the day,
out your mind. If he
don't matter if she was I Dream of Jeannie and got pregnant that way. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day,
I bet it's her fault.
I ain't saying he's black and white. You don't even know who. You don't even know who.
I bet it's
and one thing that I'm very sure is that he has no intention of telling either one of these people anytime soon.
He wasn't gonna have to, because she probably was living someplace farther away. So this woman did this shit.
Attaboy, Sly. Attaboy, Sly.
He would have never had to say nothing because they wasn't living in the same school district, cat.
Y'all don't know that either. Y'all assuming that too. These motherfuckers could live down the street from each other. We don't know this man's story.
That woman put her kids in school and was like, we gonna see each other at parent-teacher conference one day.
And in real life, while we making all this shit up, they probably do live downstairs from each other. Like, his whole hope was that they never found out. Like, he was trying to be slick and he done got caught up. And in situations like these that I be wishing guys would really like badmouth him the way we would if it was a mom on that shit. Niggas would go in and it's a female, But I'm telling, like, this is a true story of stupidity and ignorance, and y'all can't just be like, yeah, this dude is a fucking fool. Y'all gotta find a way to make it funny, and it's like, it's unfair. Because this is a terrible fuck. It's like the saying, every woman knows a woman who's been sexually assaulted, but no man knows a rapist. Like, for some reason, it's like it's blind to you all, but we all know somebody. Women experience this. This is not the first tale of a man having children in the same damn school. But for some reason, we don't shame it like we do if it was a woman who lied to her husband. If that was the case, then y'all would be going super hard. And I just want to be fair in saying that this dude is fucking bogus. I think we can all agree that this whole situation, from the conception of the children means he was fucking at the same damn time. He had 2 children at the same damn time. So he had 13 years to explain to either child. These children could have been in a relationship. He don't want to give a shit.
13 years, bro.
Was you not listening to what I said?
As a man, why would you want your children to exist without knowing each other? Why would you create that boundary for your children like that? Like, as an individual, I would want my children as a woman to know each other. So I'm just trying to say they came out your nutsack and you're separating them like they laundry.
Real talk though. Hold on, Slide. Real talk. First thing is that's definitely a woman thing. Men do not think that way.
Yeah, men do not think that.
Men do not think that way. Their goal is not to make the families like blended. The second thing is I can't believe this Negro said that these families aren't blended yet. Like, he just had the baby. Like, it's 13 years, bro. Like,
I don't know where you get the blended shit from, because the first thing nigga think is like, man, I ain't gonna never let them meet each other.
13 years. Another concept I want to bring up that I'm sure nobody's thought about is, can you imagine the stress this man has felt for the past 13 years? So how many car accidents has he had? How many nights has he got fucked up and lost his phone and his wallet? How many times did he accidentally choke a bitch fucking and he didn't mean to? All of that stress has now made him some sort of like irrational monster.
Yeah.
If he can make a choice about this, about his own personal life, imagine his boss. I'm sure his boss don't know this sneaky bastard can keep a fucking secret for 13 years.
What? Listen to this line, Kat. He says, I'm here for what he wrote it wrong, but I'm here for an 8th grade program for my children with my wife. Plural, children, 8th grade program with my wife. More than one, plural. And now I see that my children, plural again, from another relationship attend the same school. So are we talking about like 4? At least 4?
At least 4. At least 4.
He's a multiple goofhead. Like, the fuck thinking, sir.
Okay, so if we had a 2019 Clown of the Year award, this nigga's running the front. Like, he's got it on lock right now.
He got to start over for the next 6 months.
So we gonna help this guy or what? Kat, you gonna help him?
There ain't how do you help?
Better go ahead and blend that family, brother. The word of the day is blend.
My advice is stop telling your boy shit, because he gonna get your ass fucked
man,
up.
And then your friend gonna have you kill yourself. Jesus, take
the boy back there laughing and shit like this dumb motherfucker here.
This boy like, put me down as your beneficiary. Go have a car accident.
This motherfucker say have a car accident. Ain't that some shit? What kind of friend are you to advise anybody to do that?
Right.
That's the one that told the other woman where his kids went to school at.
Hey, remember that trick Daffy Duck did where he drank the nitroglycerin and swallowed the match? That's what he did. They drink the nitroglycerin.
This boy say, I'm not ready to tell my wife and kids about each other. What do I do?
You might as well just show up there and then just act oblivious.
What do I do? You better get ready.
You seen that movie Black Dynamite where he was walking down the street and the little kids was like, my daddy's name Black Dynamite. And the other girl was like, that's my daddy's name too. Like, little kids, y'all gonna play now.
This man has considered having a car accident, and then he also says that he promised his daughter that he definitely would not miss the program, but now I'm going to have to back out. He's willing
to let his daughter down.
He ain't got no problem with dodging, denying, and deceiving.
Well, hey, listen, he been doing it for 13 years.
I will say this. He must have two good ass women. He must have two good ass women, and he ain't trying to fuck up neither one relationship.
God bless him. Sounds like a hell of a guy, right, CB?
You might as well just show up to the graduation, man. Go ahead and get it over with. At least y'all in public.
Yeah, exactly. At least you in public, man. A lot of cameras and live feeds out there, man.
Right, a lot of children present.
Take that hit.
Oh my God.
Just go ahead and take that hit.
We'll wish you good luck to you, sir.
Yeah.
There's no help. I'm actually considering the car accident. Maybe he should go through with the car accident. So did we help him, CB? Car accident. Consensus on the car accident?
Don't back out. Just go in disguise.
Look, I meant to tell y'all this like 13 years ago, but it slipped my mind. Since we all here together now, we can talk about this.
Well,
let's go out to Denny's. They probably had children eat free or whatever. Let's go to Denny's and then let's talk this out. Y'all can be sister wives.
He got a lot of graduation gifts to come up with.
All right, well, thanks, man. Thanks for the input there, Kat. I think Rod is definitely helped. He's a damn fool, and he gets Clown of the Year award.
Hey, Rod. Real quick. I'm sorry, Rod. Real quick, after you read this, I don't know when the program is, but if you need to send an email in from the hospital, please let us know where you're sending it in from.
See how that car wreck went.
Right.
So those listening on ND Central, stay tuned for Around the Cave.
Had a long week? Need to get some stuff off your chest? Do it now! Let's go 0 to 100 real quick.
Real fucking quick, nigga. 0 to 100, nigga. Real quick.
Welcome back to Around the Cave. Up next, 60-second rant on anything. No interruptions. First up the bat, Slide.
My rant, 0 to 100, is about safety.
Segment.
No, it's all together now.
It's all together. 67 rant combined, 0 to 100. Till yourself start over. It's about safety. You know, so many times, especially in the workplace, if you deal with working in construction and things of that nature, out in traffic. So many times we try to shortcut or rush to get a job done that we're willing to skip over the minor things that potentially can save your entire life. My thing is I like to return back to my home the same way that I left, you know, and every day I encounter somewhere that somebody wants to take a shortcut to get something done quick. Instead of going around the block, they want to back up the block in a huge truck. Something that's potentially dangerous and could affect my life, their family lives, or you know, any loved ones or anybody else. Today, real quick, something happened to me in which I was not the driver of the vehicle, but my coworker decided to drive on the opposite side of the street.
Whoa.
In the head-on traffic, just so he could hurry up and get something, so we could hurry up and get to a spot. And I had to. Usually I don't care. And I say, hey, whatever you do, it's cool. But I had to let him know, like, hey, if you driving, understand that my life is over here, and I want to go back home the way that I came, you know, in one piece. If something happens to me, you're gonna be affected, because I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to talk to you, or if we gonna even be friends after this, you know. So keep that in mind, that there's no need to rush, speeding to get places. These shortcuts, you know, they really don't save too much time, too much work production or anything like that. It's definitely not worth it. Don't fall into those bad habits. Be patient, take your time, and get the things, get them done one way or another. But the main thing is that you just be safe doing them.
Okay, alrighty then. I'm actually a safety coordinator, so that was real talk there, Sly. Thank you very much there, buddy. All right, Kat, up next.
Okay, first I'm going to start mine with a question. So, did you guys believe that if Steph Curry and them would have lost, it was Ayesha Curry's fault?
Yes. Goddamn right.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. I'm glad you said that. Because my Around the Cave is about accountability and balance. It's really hard to blame people for things, because the balance of blame is congratulations. If I blame you for something, I also, in the sake of balance, have to thank you if it doesn't work out that way. And a lot of times, we are very quick to blame someone. We're very quick to say, she's gonna make him lose. The way she's dressing is gonna get her raped. The way he talking is gonna get him killed. That is very dangerous, because it may not happen. And now you put yourself, for the sake of balance, in the position to bite your tongue and have to actually, because you vocalize the difference, you have to say, good job. It's probably because of her that she won. Because again, your theory was, if they would have lost, it would have been her fault. So balance says, since they won, it was because of her. You put all the blame on her if he loses. Not his basketball ability, not his ability to deal with his home problems or deal with his wife. You put it on her. And so I'm just using her as an example of how we should be very, very careful about making a brash judgment, because balance says you're going to be an angry person if you always blame and not congratulate.
You're right, Kat. I want to give congratulations to Steph Curry as being one of the toughest minded athletes there is. See, Michael Jordan, when he played and was the greatest, he didn't have to worry about a wife that ran her mouth to the news and ran her mouth on social media, just ran her mouth, period. What was Michael Jordan's wife's name? Juanita Jordan did what they call shut the fuck up, right? and played her role and enjoyed those millions. I tell you somebody else who don't have to deal with that. LeBron James. As much stuff LeBron has to deal with, he don't have to worry about a wife that runs her mouth all the time. She knows her place. She enjoys being Mrs. LeBron James. She's a basketball wife. Nothing more, nothing less. She's a basketball wife. Great mother, all that, but she's not a public figure. Not a public figure like LeBron. Steph Curry has to, if you watch Steph Curry's new documentary on Facebook Watch. Not only does this man have to work on his game, go to practice, and bring in these millions, he's also doing all the labor of the kids. That's not something Kobe Bryant had to worry about, doing all that kind of stuff with the kids when he was playing and winning championships. Steph Curry has to worry about all that because his wife wants to see if she still got it. She wants to see if she's still relevant. She wants to see if she's still that fine chick from high school and college. He's the only player that ever had to deal with that because all the other basketball wives shut what we call the fuck up.
You know what's hilarious about this whole situation is that I'm not trying to pile on the woman, but we wouldn't even know who she was if she wasn't Steph Curry's wife.
Can I ask you a question? Hey, Ro, can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
Hey, you got some new teeth?
No,
your teeth white than a motherfucker today.
The room just dirty. The room just dirty.
You got extensions and Ro done got a.
Hey, listen. This. Pause for a second though, real talk. Let me hip you to something. one thing we know for sure is Sly runs races. That's what that nigga do, right? Great shape, run these marathons and shit like that, right? One thing you're going to be able to say about me is Rose fat ass literally committed to changing his lifestyle. Let me tell you what we did. About 3 or 4 months ago, we stopped brushing our teeth with regular toothpaste. I said I wanted to get away from manufactured toothpaste, and I started using baking soda, straight baking soda, right?
I use charcoal, activated charcoal. I don't use toothpaste anymore.
Okay, that's what's up. So what we did is that the kids didn't like the baking soda because I don't know why they was claiming, and they're gum chewers too. They like to chew gum. They was saying our breath still stink even though we're using a baking soda. So what we did was we went to Whole Foods and we got a baking soda toothpaste, vegan, that has I can't remember what else it has in it, but it's baking soda with something else. I think it's a teeth whitener. So thank you, I appreciate it. I didn't notice my teeth were white, but that's what it is. I've been using that toothpaste I think we've been using that for a month now.
I thought you got dentures.
No, these are still my shits. I do got a fake one though, but I've always had that, and before it was dirty. But that shit was funny about the room being dirty though, Sly. That
shit. Whose turn is it?
But I appreciate that. Thanks.
Was it Joe? Joe turn? Go ahead, Joe.
I thought you just had your turn.
No, I was answering Cat's question.
Oh man, you weren't supposed to do that in this segment.
Thank you.
Cat trying to say something?
I'm gonna look up that charcoal though, Cat. I'm gonna check that out.
Activated charcoal. It's black. It's black, right, Cat? It's like powder.
Well, she jumped off. She was closing out.
So mine's just sort of like a kill yourself and start over type of deal. So this guy back in 2014 killed his 5 kids in South Carolina. He's going on trial now for it. He's pleading insanity, and his lawyers are trying to say that it happened, that he had like something wrong with his brain. He got into a car crash when he was younger. But when I read the story, this motherfucker, he got his kids after he divorced his wife. They gave the kids to him, but he been smoking synthetic marijuana. That's probably why you killed your kids, crazy motherfucker. synthetic marijuana, how you doing crazy shit. It had Chandler Jones, they used to play for the Patriots, outside naked behind a bush howling at the fucking moon. So them lawyers can kill themselves and start over for trying to cop this cockamamie ass defense, and he kill himself and start over. And they probably gonna fry his ass after they convict him, because them little babies ain't deserve that shit. After I read that story, man, I have to go hug my kids. I don't understand how people kill their fucking kids.
I don't get it either, man.
Hey, but how you know when you get good marijuana now? Like, how you know that? How you know when you buy some shit, you buy some weed that it ain't fucked up?
Well, there's levels to being high. So
no, but how you make sure prevent it? I'm talking about so you can.
But from getting like synthetic marijuana.
Oh, that K2, you don't know till you smoke it.
That's fucked up.
I mean, not to sound racist, but most white people smoke that shit because.
Yeah, but but listen, what I've been hearing is that real raggedy Negroes been sliding some of that K2 into their Reggie because they can't get the loud, so they be slipping it in, like trying to balance it. It's almost like when they put the rat poison in the Coke, trying to stretch it out. If you put too much, and you got bodies now.
That's why they need to go and legalize marijuana everywhere. You ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah,
you trust the government? You trust the government with your drugs?
Hey, I've been trusting.
No. Just because it's legal don't mean the government has it. All that means
the government got to regulate it though.
But they can no, it ain't about the regulations, bro, because there ain't the regulations are real loose. It's the taxation that they want. Right. They want to make that bread. Because there's all those, because matter of fact, all the, what do they call them, dispensaries, they govern themselves. They make their own strands.
So the FDA don't have to come in there?
No, not that I know of.
All right. Let me give my Round the Cave rant. It's to the woke society again. I've been on record as saying a couple years ago that the woke society only likes black people that's either dead or in jail or got killed. That's the only way they'll respect you as a leader. Or if you're a loudmouth fool. The woke society jumped behind a guy by the name of Lonzo Ball. Or is it LeVar Ball? What's the daddy's name? LeVar Ball. Oh yeah, they jumped behind LeVar Ball. Yes, we need black men like that. Yeah. Never mind the fact that he had a white wife. Well, we're gonna ignore that with him. Now, Obama had a black wife. They jumped all over him. Now that Obama's wife is a man. She's a monkey and all that kind of stuff. LeVar Ball, because he's a loudmouth, and even though he had a white wife, the woke society, they jumped behind. They supported him 1,000%, and he achieved nothing. He got his son in the NBA. I ain't gonna say he got his son in the NBA. Give credit to Lonzo. He got himself in the NBA. He might not have been the first round pick if it wasn't for his daddy, but he was gonna go to the NBA regardless. He went to UCLA. But meanwhile, with the woke society, to show that they're hypocrites, the hypocrites that they are, they tried to create something in LeVar or Lonzo Ball, whatever them balls' names is. Meanwhile, Dell Curry, a black man, married to a black wife, got three black children, already had his both sons in the NBA off their own merit. They both worked hard and got themselves in the NBA. And the woke society hasn't spoken about Dell Curry. I wonder why. You know why they don't speak about Dell Curry? Because Dell Curry is quiet, minds his own business. Guess what? He loves his wife, loves his children. And the woke society, just like Obama and Dell Curry, they can't relate to that. You know why? Because most people in the woke society, they're ignorant. They cheat on their wives, got girlfriends. They can't relate to people who's doing it right. Now, if he was an alcoholic, maybe sipped on some lean, loudmouth, like LeVar and all that kind of stuff, the woke society can relate. Can't relate to someone who's doing it right, mild manner, keeps to himself, makes his money, and raises his family the right way. The woke society, explain yourself, woke society. You always in the inbox. Explain yourself. Why don't you support a black father like Dell Curry? That's my round again.
Damn, that was deep.
Roland, you since you're the leader of the woke society, those are your people. You gonna talk up for them?
Absolutely not. I do not belong to that.
you brought that audience to us. You might not know it.
Listen, I never even used the word woke, so I don't even know how I got attached.
Well, they love you, and they hate me.
You know what's funny is that is amazing how somehow they attach themselves to me, but I don't agree with 90% of the mess they be talking about. I'm not a fan of Tariq Nassim and the rest of them cronies. Half them dudes be sounding crazy as hell.
They do. Yeah, they phony.
But I want to give a kill yourself and start over to the parents of the adopted young black kid named Peanut, and every single person in the 23,000 views of my post who came at me by saying them as kids just being kids. Now, let's set the stage. Little Becky jumps off the swing. Said adoptive parent says, "Hey, Peanut, go help her." Peanut goes over to the swing and kneels down and allows Becky to jump off of the swing and jump on his back and switch from facing left to now facing right in the swing. And no one seems to have a problem with the training of these children for that young boy Peanut to be subservient to that white girl. Well, I want to give Cole LeBrant from Twitter, who is verified, the Super Cole is her at, and the rest of them people who say let kids be kids in the comment section. Y'all good at kill yourself and start over. Clown ass.
Yeah, I saw that shit. I was like, man, that's crazy as hell.
What this kills me, Joe, is I don't see how anyone you know, this dude argue with me, black guy. Oh, well, I guess you against human pyramids. You know, where they in cheerleading and shit. I'm like, dude, how the hell does that equate to what you just witnessed there? Cause they coons, man. They caping up for white people, man. Everybody, anytime I see a black person like that, man, listen, I'm a firm believer in everything ain't race. And those kids are just being kids. But man, when I was a kid, your natural reaction of helping somebody up is one of two things. You either get behind them and you grab them by their waist and try to lift them, or you go over to them and you put you lock your fingers together so they can step in your hand.
Right.
You do not jump on the floor like a puppy or like a step stool unless somebody stand on your fucking back.
Exactly.
That is not a natural reaction.
Hell no.
He was taught that. And that's the reason why a lot of black men are so enamored and so hypnotized and so step and fetch it when it comes to white women in the workplace. What's funny is that y'all all call me a racist. I am not. My wife even checks me. Negro, you act like that too sometimes when Becky come in the room. Whoa, wait a minute. Let me get myself together then. Because they have power over us, man. It's because we've been trained, even as adults, even as a 35-year-old man or a 40-year-old man, we all have been taught to put our head down. Want to know why? Because in the 30s, in the 40s, and even all the way up into 1978, if you reckless eyeball the white woman, your ass could be hanging from a tree. You went out with the wrong white woman in a certain neighborhood, Bronx Tale, you could be beat up by the Italians, by the white dudes, by the skinheads. You dated the wrong sister in school, high school, you could be drugged from the back of a car. Remember that shit in the late 80s where they strung the dude to the car because he went to a neighborhood that he wasn't supposed to be in? How about dude from the Pittsburgh Steelers, Hank Gathers, that was in the wrong neighborhood, got shot by the cops? Man, listen, y'all got to get this thing out y'all head that these people are going to protect you. If this race war happened, they going to be on that side and you going to be on the other side. So don't think you one of them because they drink beers with you. How about that black woman who went to the pool party, end up dead, don't nobody know nothing, she drowned it in the pool? What about that other black woman hanging out with her white friends and she the only one dead over the balcony? Nobody knows what's going on. And the one family member of the person who owns the house just happened to work in the city government and went and looked at the evidence or pulled up some file or something. Man, I hated to go down this road. CB, you might have to edit this, man, but that just burns me up, man. We just getting so disrespected, man. And I'm just getting so angry. And then black people protecting this mess. Oh, that's my round the cave.
All right, what's next?
Big Dogs Country Rap of the Week. Big Dogs Country Rap.
Hey ladies, it's time to tell the truth. Ladies, let's talk about it with Sly on Inside the Cave.
This lady, what's happening, everybody? Sly question this week, we was talking about it earlier. It got submitted via almost email, I guess. This question is, it's a two-part question. Actually, they done made it 3 damn questions. All right. The question is, what the fuck is the damn question? Question is, ladies, tell the truth. Does a married man like, enjoy, or even want to have anal sex with his wife? This was asked by a woman. Does a married man like, enjoy, or want to even have anal sex with his wife? That's the first question. You want all three of them at the two of them at the same time?
Keep going.
One lady responds like, I think any guy who likes anal sex will like it with whatever status of a woman he is with. But I'd like to know why in the hell do men like anal sex so much? That's the second question. Why in the hell do men like anal sex so much? And she goes on to say, in her opinion, that shit look painful as hell to the person receiving it. Plus, that's disgusting. No way can I suck a man's dick after he's put that in my ass. Her third question is, if this man is into anal sex, does that mean that he wants two fingers in his ass? 1, 2, 3. I'm done. Ladies, tell the truth. The first question, Ro. Does a married man like, want, or enjoy to have anal sex with his wife? This specific question, with his wife. I'm not married, but I will say, yeah, but just not all the time. You might want it for his birthday, or she done dressed up for some event or something like that, special occasion.
Hey, CB, you married? What you think?
I ain't into anal sex, bro.
Joe, you was married. What you think?
Me neither.
What if your wife is into it? Or wants to be into
my
it?
wife come out of blue now telling me she's like,
it's so wrong.
like Cat say, sit her down at breakfast and let's talk about it. Cat say, sit me down at breakfast and let's talk about it. Don't surprise her at the end of the night.
Do we got? Hey, listen. Do we got? Is this in the group? This in the podcast group?
Not yet, but it will be. It will.
All right. You know what? Let's do this. Let's wait to hear the responses. I'm interested to know what the ladies think. The followers of Slide Tell the Truth inside the Cape Podcast group.
Okay, so next week, I have the responses to this specific question 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to hearing that one. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, because that third one is just crazy as hell. Because I don't know if Ro would say this, but I'm gonna say it just like this: any dude, any woman, wife, girlfriend, whatever, enjoys having anal sex all the time, he gay as fuck.
Yeah, I agree.
Right there.
It's definitely suspect. Because you know what's funny? Let's get deep with this. Check this out.
No pun, no pause.
Yeah, no pause. So think about this though. Recently, the latest scandal of a popular rapper being caught up in a supposed scandal with a tranny, or I'm sorry, tranny is a derogatory term. A woman who used to be a man, or who still is positioned as a man. I don't know, a damn tranny. Anyway, is Young Buck from G Unit. He getting drugged right now on the blogs because his tranny is out talking smack, saying this and that, right? So we know that Young Jock got caught up. We heard about Mace strolling down tranny out, trying to cop some trannies. We know about Mr. C was basically screwing some dude that looked like a dude that was faking like a chick, but looked like a dude. With all this evidence, what I'm guessing is that that when it's on one of them people, they call it boy pussy. I'm convinced that these dudes really like the allure of a woman, but they really like men. So what you do is you try to get the best of both worlds. You get a tranny. That way you can have the boy pussy, but she's trying to at least give you the appearance of a woman. That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
sadly, it makes sense. Sadly, it makes sense.
Them dudes that mess with females that constantly do that, because I've heard stories of men who do it so much that they want that instead of the Gucci. I'm like, what? How you want that over the Gucci?
Right, I understand that.
Now, somebody had came back with an answer that said, well, the chick, she all blew out since it ain't tight no more. But I'm like, nah, man, I don't know about that. I think if you want it all the time like that, man, you really want something else. That's just my thought.
Yeah,
I agree. I want to see the feedback slide.
Brooklyn
I'm gonna fix it up and stream.
America will finally have someone to look up to. His name is Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt in the building. With the best segment on the Cave Podcast.
Tell him something, Joe.
When inside the cave.
Come on, Weavy Joe. Come on. Joe Weave.
All right, hater.
Joe Weave.
All right, hater.
Can't tell me this dude shit ain't grew another inch and a half since last time.
Man, boy, you hear that? Look at the hate. I can see the hate in your eyes.
You can't tell me.
I can see the hate in your eyes. You got them closed, but I can see it.
That boy got Yankee number 69.
Look at that hate. Look at that hate, boy.
Hey, his beard growing, his hair don't.
Hey.
Man, I don't know how he get his beard to do that.
That boy got thick eyebrows. He got thick eyebrows.
You wash your beard?
I wash my beard.
You wash it and you put the damn grease and oils in it. Make it grow.
I got you, Joe. I got some beard balm.
Put some of that Just for Men on your shit too.
No, fuck that. Fuck that.
All I know is Joe looked like a old Muslim and Slide, you look like a wino. You look like that nigga. Look, you look like that dude that got the bottle of Thunderbird in the brown paper bag. That's you, Fly.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, nephew.
All right, here we go. Go ahead. You got it.
All right, man. You listen. Ain't nobody talk on your segment. Let that man do his segment.
Right.
Joe ain't funny.
Here we go.
Joe ain't funny.
The headline reads: Pastor arrested for selling tickets to heaven to his members for $500. That sounds like a great idea.
A pastor arrested for selling tickets to heaven.
So a clergyman.
It's always a
clergyman named Pastor Tito Watts and his wife Amanda was arrested for selling tickets to heaven to his church members. The police disclosed that the pastor and his partner scammed several people into buying tickets for $500. It was added that the tickets is to get people into heaven without facing judgment. So the police further disclosed that Pastor Watts church members have called for the release of the clergyman. And he reportedly told those who sought salvation that the tickets were made from solid gold, and each ticket reserved the buyer a place in heaven. Go ahead.
All right, let me ask you this. Was this dude black?
Of course.
All right.
His ticket is more than Creflo Dollar's ticket. I told you.
I'm gonna be serious for a moment here. I personally think it's totally unfair that they arrested this man and called this man a charlatan, because the reason why is if you got $500 to give, then you deserve to get beat. That's number one. Number two Number two, no, I'm being serious. I'm saying you see a fool bump his head. That's the school I come from. See a fool bump his head. Number two is that the Catholic Church been doing that shit for 1,000 years. It's called giving your way out of purgatory. So ain't no until they won't even arrest the Catholics for raping boys.
Yeah.
Right.
And you arresting black men because see it's I'm not trying to make it race again, man, but
what is it?
Like it seemed like racism, man. Why can't he sell his people the purgatory, get out of jail free card?
Got a dream, man. The people got a dream. Like, all right, I'll pay my $500 when I die. I'm going to heaven. He'll never know. I mean, shit, you ain't gonna report it.
Man, look, see a fool bump his
How do
head.
you know that this guy couldn't get him to heaven? Because who has anybody ever been to heaven before? How would you know what heaven is?
Right. Don't get CB to talking about the church.
I just want to know, but how you know where heaven was that he was going to take you?
Don't know.
Nobody knows where. I mean, if you never been to heaven before, then he can take you to heaven.
Now here's the question. I'm gonna get real deep with y'all. Which heaven was he taking them to?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
There's 3 heavens. See, y'all ain't even know that. Y'all ain't even know there was 3 heavens.
Here we go.
See, look at y'all. Look, y'all look surprised. Look it up. 3 heavens.
But who's to say his heaven that he talking about is down in his basement or in his summer home, or in his summer home somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? So how can he get in trouble for that? He can name the attic in his summer home in Florida heaven. $500 a come. I mean,
or listen, they could have been buying burial plots in an area called heaven.
Anything.
I mean,
he was selling burial plots.
That $500 gonna help the church out, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. He shouldn't be arrested for that.
No, real talk though, for real. He should have been arrested. But why ain't they arresting them people from the Catholic Church with the purgatory? Real talk. Somebody that's a Catholic, write into the show. Tell me why that the Catholic Church should be arrested.
Exactly. Well, this episode of Dirt Sheets brought to you by Zelle, Cash App, any place you can send money so we can help get the past out of jail.
Stupid, man. I wonder where he locked up at.
Oh, this shit happened in Zimbabwe.
That tells the story right there.
Man, it's always happening somewhere in Africa somewhere, man.
That's it for the show. We done.
I don't know how to close out the show.
Go ahead, bro. Close this out.
I don't know how.
Actually, we really can't close this out. I guess we just because we can't send nobody to cavecrushshop.com right now because Mike trying to fix it.
Oh, it's still down.
No.
Well, this ain't gonna air till Friday. He gonna get it fixed by Friday.
I hope so, but it might not be ready till Sunday. But we'll see.
Hey, when y'all leaving?
On June 5th.
June 5th. Man, that's still a minute away.
Hold on.
Next week.
No, 2 weeks. Hey, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Slide. Get us out of here.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to Inside the Cave. We see y'all fucking asses next week.
Inside the Cave.
You did say you wanted to be in, right?
Get the latest Cave Crush and Inside the Cave gear at cavecrushshop.com. Thought-provoking ignorance with special guests and cave crushes. Inside the Cave. Inside the Cave. 3 Lee Films.
You did say you wanted to be in, right?